The creative process is a cocktail of instinct, skill, culture, and a highly creative feverishness. It is not like a drug. It is a particular state, and everything happens very quickly. A mixture of consciousness and unconsciousness, of fear and pleasure. It's a little like making love, the physical act of love.
I like a nightclub audience more than practically any other audience because they're young and they're kind of got lots of energy and I mean, today I was very surprised. This is really like a very foreign environment for me. The country, people with children and families. It's really not the sort of audience I'm used to. And I mean, I had an idea about that, so we wanted to have elements of nudity and we wanted to have some things that would kind of like be linked to the family and linked to sort of behavior and so on. But it was weird. I mean, I can't really tell what the performance was like. It was very different to how we rehearsed it, and you know, the sound sounded a bit rotten, and all of a sudden they said, okay, now go on, and I felt really less prepared than I usually do in a kind of a stage show, for example. But I think that kind of feeling of panic maybe was nice for the audience. It maybe unsettled them in some way, and there was the sort of feeling of anticipation.
The performance, you mentioned that you saw children. Did you feel that sort of restricts you in a way?
No, I feel that the opposite. I think when there's children, first of all, the children really are very open to the whole thing, and I really like the parents getting anxious and like, oh my God, turn the children away, take the children away. You know, oh, there's no clothes on, he's got pegs on his dick. What is going on? There's going to be blood. You know, like I like all of that. I like the parents getting freaked out, and the children look like cool. It's like sort of a cartoon or a horror movie or something like that. And this show, in lots of ways, it feels like a haunted house. It feels like something that children have got a lot of references for.
Right, this sort of a place to discover and a place where you
and it's
normally
like sort of a place where you're being manipulated and scared, and there's dark and light and there's objects and things are sort of intense in a way like maybe a sort of fun fair or, you know, a sideshow.
Children know something that most people have forgotten. I am intrigued with the shapes people choose as their symbols to create a language. There is within all forms a basic structure, an indication of the entire object, with a minimum of lines that become a symbol. This is common to all languages, all people, all times. I am a necessary part of an important search to which there is no end. I think you have to control the materials to an extent, but it's important to let the materials have a kind of power for themselves, like the natural power of gravity. If you're painting on a wall, it makes the paint trickle, and it drips. There's no reason to fight that. I am not a beginning. I am not an end. I am a link in a chain. Good and evil are very hard to explain or to understand. I'm sure that evil exists, but it's hard to isolate. Good and evil are intertwined and impossible to separate. They are not completely opposites, and in fact are often one and the same. As in all things, time will clarify the events that are presently unclear. I only wish that I could have more confidence and try to forget all my silly preconceptions, misconceptions, and just live. Just live. Just live. Just live till I die. When I die, there is nobody to take my place.
There inevitably comes that moment when one asks oneself, what's happening here? When intentionally crafted queer assemblages of indeterminacy and non-relation create sensational encounters with an overwhelming sense of another something nothing, another something nothing just beyond one's grasp, in which next to nothing can be known as it speeds into another different kind of future. Works of art are beings of sensation, that is to say, percepts and affects, whose validity lies in newly born selves beyond any lived, thought conceived, brought into being and nurtured through the love of a creator, with all of the unthinkable implications that entails.